All right, we getting back here. I don't know what happened. I think my stream got cut off. Glad I looked. All right. Hold on one second, people. I want to make sure that my stream's up and running. I think we had some technical difficulties. Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check. All right, are we back? I don't know what happened. How long have I been out for? I literally have been just talking to myself, huh? I'm like, I looked at the stream and I was like, why is there only 20 viewers? And I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? And all my streams were down. What the hell happened? It took, oh, I was legit talking to myself for 5 minutes. Oh, cool. I do not know what happened. I think it was probably because I was on Wi-Fi and not on my hardwire. And we just had a drop or something like that, maybe. Let me see if Twitter's back up and running. Yeah, Twitter's back up and running. Or X. Very weird. That was a trip. Okay. Ho ho! Tesla's rocking and rolling, people. Pass through 300. Look at this thing go. $1 trillion market cap. It's now positive on the year. It's up 26% on the year after being down 43%. How's that for volatility? $1 trillion market cap in Tesla. Come on now, bring us to 6,000. I don't think I'm seeing accurate figures. Like, I feel like something is wrong on my stream. Can everyone hear me and see me? Like, something is not working on OBS. Yeah, something just is odd. I wonder what's going on here. It does work now? Okay. I don't see any of the YouTube comments on OBS software, so I have to go into my main chat. And I see some comments here, but I'm not going to know if it's live without my OBS there. So annoying. Give me a moment. Ugh. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. All right. I think that's fine. I think we're good. I don't want to sit here and stare at this. I'm not shorting until 7,000. Get it. That'd be awesome. Get up into there. All right, well, not too sure what's going on. I probably would have to, I do see Twitch chat. That's nice. I do see Twitch chat, YouTube chat. I do see John Pharma. I see it in a main thing. Spilled coffee caused stream to go down. Hey, maybe that's what it was. I wiped it off my counter, but maybe it went behind it. All right, drop some tickers in the chat. We'll pull up some individual names here. I'm going to keep up both comment sections here. Oh, you know what, too? I forgot. We got to go on our rocket ship. because we need to make it to 6,000 in our rocket ship. So we'll listen to the moon song again, and then we'll go from there. All right, market net flow is still bullish, people. 598 might get hung up a little bit here on the S&P 500. 598 is right up in this range. Would that bring us to the SPX 6,000? It might. It might, because we're right there. Let's go for it. Let's go for that 6. That's why I used the hat on my thumbnail, okay? I photoshopped that hat. It took a lot of effort with MS Paint. Yeah, Brian, I'm back on. I don't know what's going on with X right now. Are you back live on YouTube? Not seeing it on the X stream. Video quality sucks. Yes, I don't know what's going on with X. It's saying 320. Like, something's wrong with X because it also is only showing like 6 views. So I don't know what's going on with X. I'm gonna go ahead and post. I'm gonna post my live stream on. Yeah, let's do the Moon AI song. I'm gonna post it on X, my live stream on X, because we're having issues here. So give me one moment. Why do I always have issues? I have good internet. I have good equipment. I just don't know how to use any of it. I just don't know how to use any of it accurately. You get like a nice mic, nice everything. It's like it's not even set up properly. Are you ready? At least I fixed the camera issues. You're right. The camera issues ended up being the cable stuff. So yeah, we did fix that. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm watching charts glow green, trading in my dreams. Wall Street's my scene, flipping stocks like bees.
We're making history together.
I hold when I believe, sell when I deceive, sell when I deceive. Profits in my sleeve, gains I will retrieve. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweet big fortune soon. To the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like a balloon. Take us candles in a line, margin calls no more.
Ooh.
There's I must ignore, there's I must ignore. Lambo at my door. Ooh. Stocks forever soar. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweet big fortune soon. To the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons. To the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweet big fortune soon. To the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons. To the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweet big fortune soon. To the moon,
Yeah. We're going to listen to that song like over and over again today. So if you don't like it, that sucks. Come on, let's get to that 6,000. We'll play it again when we get to 6,000, if we get to 6,000. All right, we can pull up some individual names. I'm really not interested in executing much today, but we will look at individual setups. So drop them in the chat if you want to see them. Tesla's just on a just tear right now. A little extended, so just careful there if you're trying to like enter in now, right? That's pretty wild move. It's gonna have to come in a bit. Digest up a little bit, and that's definitely what's really pulling this market. So just so you know, if we're gonna get to 6,000, which we're really close to, Tesla is the one pulling this market, because right now Nvidia is down, Apple is down, Microsoft is down, Google is down, Meta is down. Okay, Tesla is holding this market up right now. Plain as simple, like plain as day, clear as water. What's the saying? I don't really know. So Nvidia, this also, a turnaround in Nvidia would very well help the markets, right? It's coming in right now. That's going to affect the market. Apple, same thing, coming in a little bit here. Microsoft, coming in a little bit here. Google or Amazon, coming in a little bit here. S&P 500, 8 points away. So all of these big market cap names, they're coming in, right? If these start to turn around, hello 6,000, we're going to you, right? That's as simple as that. Look at Tesla. It's wild. Let me remove these yellow candles off my thing. We don't need those. Okay. Let's take a look here at the advanced decline line. First off, here's the heat map. You got half of it green, half of it red. It was the flip-flop yesterday. Everything from tech perspective was green. So you're getting digestion type of moves. Everything on the other side was pretty much red. Okay, let's take a look at the index watch, which is the advanced decline line of the S&P 100. And we got about 63 advancers, 38 decliners. Tesla hitting into $1 trillion market cap today. What is this world that we live in? So crazy to me. And you know what's funny is I remember one of the live streams, and I was like, dude, this guy is ridiculous. Like, do you remember? It was not live streams, earnings calls. Elon Musk was on there, and he was literally talking about his company being like a $4 trillion market cap, or like something maybe it was even higher. I forget what it was. He was like, no, we're gonna be the largest company in the thing, and it was like he said some. I gotta look it up. But it was something crazy. But he did reach into $1 trillion market cap. Incredible. Love him or hate him. Don't fade him. Yet, at least. Okay. S&P 500 is getting hung up at that month-to-date expected move. We got the Qs over here. They have still a wide open daily implied move. I mean, be open for both cases, right? The majority of those names are down. If they continue to go down, it's going to drag the market down with it. And that would create opportunities, honestly. If we come down into this range, that would be an opportunity, because this daily expected move down here and this implied move from the VXN, I mean, this all lines up also with the presidential anchor volume weighted average price, right? As far as the ranges for today's trading day, I thought I drew them out. I thought I drew them out on my screen. Oh, I did draw them out. Give me a second. Here we go. So this was kind of the ranges of the day that we drew out a little bit earlier on stream, if you managed to see it. But the downside would be down here. This is just based off of just gamma exposure levels. And the upside would be right here, 59.95 to 6,000. And we're kind of hoping for a break through 6,000 to actually hit it on the CBOE SPX chart. But we are backing from this little zone up here. Never give up. Never surrender. Let's take a look at the chat here. On audio. Is my audio working? Audio is very broken. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Test. Is it clipping right now? Having issues with this stream. It was you? Okay. Audio is very broken. What about now? Audio is cutting out. Your audio is fine. Audio is good. YouTube's good. All good. Okay. I think I was clipping because I was just talking a little too close to the mic. I was getting a little too excited. Okay. It's funny because I'm just excited, right? I'm just happy. I'm optimistic. But it's not like I have like a huge position right now or anything like that. Like, I like being able to just relax and have my portfolio go up a little bit, you know? And when the market's like all in a scare and panic, I'm looking for opportunities. I'm not worrying about my P&L because my portfolio ain't going down that much. Knock on metal. How we doing, Twitch? What's up, Moonraker? What's up, AA? I'll love net. Let's take a look at net again. I saw that the other day. Let's see where it's at. Oh my gosh. What happened? Is this an earnings move? Yeah, so you're right. I do love net. I loved how it was setting up here and then this breakout. And then obviously when earnings come like this, like I gotta give it time. But even with earnings out of the way, I mean, the chart still looks pretty decent. It's just I'm a little hesitant from earnings because sometimes you get these earnings move and they follow through. And I just don't want to be that guy that, yeah, that sucks. The last ones that we covered on the stream last night was UA. So these are the ones that are on my radar right now. So Under Armour, right? We saw a big bullish earnings gap. It's coming in. It's coming in right now. And that is what I look for. I look for digestions like this, right? It's a little kind of wild right here for me. But yeah, if it comes in, look for things like that. Gilead, G-I-L-D. This is an inside trading day. This is also something that's on my radar. I prefer 5 to 7 days of consolidation. I think that's good. That doesn't mean I'm going to get that, but an inside day is considered consolidation. And then we had Qualcomm, QCOM. Qualcomm is getting some follow through to the downside. It had an earnings move. They did share buybacks. It closed at the low. We didn't really have a bullish earnings gap. So I would like to see how this resolves itself as stated on last night's video. And right now it's just pulling down. So I'm more interested in this if it starts turning back up and resetting itself. So right now it's on the radar, but it's not like it's on the low end of my radar until we see that recover. What was the other name we talked about on last night's brief? We had, where is it? I have it on one of my watch lists. Gilead Sciences, UA. What else was it? Help me out here. What reported earnings the other day? I'm drawing a blank. It's really bugging me too because I like the setup. Somebody said Datadog. It wasn't Datadog that I pulled up. But Datadog, to Datadog, to your point on Datadog, thanks for bringing this up because this will be on the radar too if it's not already. But yeah, Datadog, I would be looking for price to, kind of chop back up into this range and get tighter. But overall, I mean, look at this base that's been building for a year, for the better half of a year. So yeah, I'd prefer to see the strength come in, right? And then break this big base. And I'd be right there. I'd be ready to go. It wasn't Toast. Man. But this would be on the radar too. So this is earnings today, right? So this is probably following through on the earnings now. It reported in the morning, and I'm really, oh my gosh, I'm a dork. I can just go like this. It was, no, it was none of those. Oh my gosh, it was the very first name that I mentioned. Give me a second. This is really bugging me. Wait a second. Here we go. Boom. Here's my stock market brief thing. There we go. It was Lyft. Holy moly, people. Gee, mini Christmas. I could not think of it. So yeah, Lyft also, just a gigantic move. So I'd be watching to see how this one consolidates too. Okay. I think Lyft had earnings. Yeah, I think that's what caused the move. Yeah, Lyft had earnings. But was it even on this thing, Lyft? No, I don't even see it on here. I don't know. I honestly don't know what took place and why it reported. I just noticed it had earnings. Right? I mean, that's earnings. So yeah, now I'm looking for consolidation. So a couple other names that played out, and then I traded. I still have a position in. These were, in the Discord if you were there. But these are this is why I love waiting, is because they offer a better risk to reward. And it doesn't mean that these are always going to work, but when you play, they're called power earning gaps, right? You get a powerful move, or it's just a powerful move and there is no earnings. But I do prefer the earnings to pass. And then you look for the consolidations, and you could buy into strength. Boom. And I usually wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 7 days. I like consolidations of 6 or 7 days that just volumes dry up. This is not the cleanest. I'll be honest, this is not the cleanest looking volume right here. But I did trade this one. Then FFIV was one. So I did this one too. And I still have a position there. They weren't large positions, people, by the way. I'm not going heavy on this stuff, right? So please understand that. But this one didn't have a solid breakout. So AON would have had a more cleaner, would have been cleaner for me to have a larger move, larger position. This one I definitely did not, because it didn't have that follow through. It was an inside trading day, and I took a speculative entry. But you can see big earnings gap, volume dries up. Let's check SPN5. Here we go. Give me a second here. Sorry. We got to catch this live, people. We're 5 points away. Ladies and gentlemen, should we play the song again for the 3rd time on stream? I think it's worth it. I think we do. Wait, this ain't it. Is it?
I'm watching charts glow green.
Here we go, baby.
Trading in my dreams. Wall Street's my scene. Flipping stocks like bees.
Come on, baby. Bring me to 6,000.
I hold when I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're making history tonight.
So when I deceive.
I hope y'all feeling real good in your command center.
Profits in my sleep.
Buckle up.
Gains I will retreat.
I'm about to jinx this.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher. Sweet big fortune soon. To the moon. To the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like a balloon. Tickets on my mind. Dollar signs I find. Bullish all the time. Candles in a line.
They're in a line.
Margin calls no more.
No margin call.
Ooh. Bears I must ignore.
You must ignore the bears.
Lambo at my door. Ooh.
Ford Fusion at my door.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher. Sweet big fortune soon. To the moon. To the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher, sweet big fortune soon. To the moon. To the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons.
Break it down.
to the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortune soon. To the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons. To the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortune soon. To the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying your flight. Please make sure your seats are buckled. We will be serving drinks in a moment. Ooh. Yeah, baby! All right. We did it. We flew to the moon. We're almost there. We're literally making history. The hats are gonna be printed. It's gonna be a celebration. We're going there. It's 4 points away. We're gonna play the song again. We're just gonna keep playing it until it reaches. Until it reaches. The song is fitting right now, To the Moon, because, well, Tesla and Elon Musk, I can't believe this move right now. 6% up on the trading session. Every other large market cap name in tech, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Google, Meta, they are down. They are down. 4 points away. I swear to you, if this falls 1 penny away and turns around, it's going to be the sickest joke ever. Should we listen to the song again? The name of the song is To the Moon by Michael Silva and the help of AI. I'll share the song if you want the song. I think I can share it. Copy song link, copy it, throw it on YouTube. Here you go. Boink, boink. That's Suno. You can make AI songs for free. You could probably put on a short, but I'm not personally, I'm not looking to short, because sometimes in these cases you get through the 6,000 and then all of a sudden you get this explosive pop, right? So I'm more looking to just let my portfolio do its thing, right? I'm not trying to get all fancy, but I do know that, when we reach into these levels, there's going to be dynamic hedging that takes place. There's going to be risk. There's going to be risk mitigated. Okay. If we don't make it today, that'd be so wild. That'd be so wild. Would be sick. Give us that going into the weekend. Okay? Take me higher. Take me higher. See, I would play Take Me Higher right now, the song. I don't know if that's the name of it, but you know. Can you take me higher? I would play that right now, but then I would get my stream cut off by YouTube. Bowman. Yeah, 6,020, I believe, was the higher end of that collar there. Okay, let's take a look at some individual names. I'll keep an eye on this to make sure that we get to watch it. But it's doing what it does, right? They're messing with us. They messing with us. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at market net flow. We'll get a look at some of these things. Here's the moon. All right, let's get the moon off our screen. Let's get serious. All right, Q's still digesting upside up the upper monthly expected move. I want to pull up SPY. I want to take a look at market net flow. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we do have traders reaching out to that 6,600 level on the SPY, and 597 is still that larger magnet there. But that is a good sign, seeing that big red bar up there. Okay? And it's red. It's not a big green bar. So I like the look of this so far. Market net flow is still bullish. It is kind of, all over the place. It's not like incredibly bullish like it was prior days, but you do have convergence. It is bullish. So the edge would still be to the upside, right? And then as far as capping that upside risk, I just in and around 6,000. Just be careful in that area. We're 7 points away from there, backing off slightly. Okay, if we take a look at 0 date, let's see if anything changed from a 0 date perspective. No, main focus here at 59.95 still. So they're going to have to break 5 points above that, right? So the main focus here is 59.95, not even 6,000 for the day, which is kind of annoying, right? So where are we? 59.95? Yeah, we're there basically, right? We came into it right alrighty, and then we're kind of just getting hung up here. So we got to kind of pop through that level. That's messed up. Like, why would they focus at 59.95 and not just 6,000? Probably because they're like, well, that's already a big net gamma area, so let's just focus in on 5 points lower and make it difficult for everyone. Come on now. Great Creed song. I know. I don't know why Creed gets all this kind of hate. I love Creed. It's great. I saw him live. Him and I don't even know who else, but I saw Creed live at a Thunder Valley Casino. They got a new venue. If has anybody heard of Thunder Valley Casino? Is that like a big thing? I mean, I'm like not far from it, right? Same with like Hard Rock in Wheatland or something like that. I'm not like horribly far from these casinos. But Thunder Valley, they made a new venue, and it's actually quite nice. It's like if you want to go to a show or somebody that you see there, like you can expect it to be a clean, nice environment. I guess it depends on who comes in, like as far as the show, but it's clean, it's nice, very easy to get around, comfortable seats, quite enjoyable experience. Quite enjoyable experience. I saw Jerry Seinfeld. By the way, just so you guys know, if you like comedy shows, I don't know if you like Jerry Seinfeld or not or whatever, but besides the point, if you ever want to see like somebody who is just like a complete master of their craft, that just it's crazy just how it's unbelievable. And I know like professional comedians are all like masters of their craft, but wow. David, you live a mile away from Thunder? Mad, you live in Roseville, Rockland? You're in Folsom. Okay. Yeah, I got family in El Dorado, Folsom. I'm Roseville, Rockland. I just say Sacramento because that's like what people know, But yeah, oh my gosh, just like he is, like he made a story about the life of a sponge. Like, come on, that's the most random thing ever. But it was told in such a significant way where the picture was so vivid in your mind. It's like he took you on a journey. And then he told us about like how we live for our phones, that we're holding them up at concerts, that we're giving them all the attention in the world that we need. But he made it, frame it in a way that it was like a person that we take care of. It was just like, oh my God, this is so good. It's so good. Crazy. All right, we are still not there, but it's just kind of moving, digesting. That would be annoying if it takes one big digestion. We'll look at random names though. Let's drop them in the chat if you want to pull up some individual names. We'll look at I mean, the whole market, the bigger cap stocks are down. I mean, down to flat, but Nvidia, I mean, come on, that's just backing off a little bit here. Let's be real. But this is annoying. This little structure here is annoying, right? You're kind of just you come down, you're kind of consolidating, now you're breaking this. So that's not great. Apple, also not great. This is going to drag us. Come on. Microsoft, dragging us. Google Google looks like it's about to make a big move fast. Hopefully that's to the upside because that would very well help us. But it has been kind of just slowly dragging down and is getting incredibly tight here. Amazon, I mean, that could help us. Meta, pulling us. And then Tesla, if the Tesla comes down, that's going to suck. And I hate these structures too, these like tops. I hate that stuff. We're going to need help. We're going to need help. We're going to need it now to get to 6,000. We need these names to turn around for us. But even with all that said, even with all that pointed out, you go to the Market Watch tab. Wait, what happened here? Market Watch. No, analyze. No, what is going on here? Visualize. There we go. You have 66 advancing stocks, 35 declining stocks. So you do have the market holding itself together, you know, right now. But it would be much more impactful if we can have the backing of the Mag 7. If we have the backing of the Mag 7, this goes to 6,000. But if they don't show up, we pull back down. And it takes more time to get there. Sad story. Sad story. All right, let's pull some of these names up. Somebody had mentioned QYLS. I don't know what that is. Let me see. QYLS. Does that sound familiar? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know what that is. QLYS. QLYS. There we go. Yeah. So okay. So I don't know specifically what this stock is, but what I do look for is this stuff. So you have earnings that pass. It's a powerful earnings move. This looks like a pretty large move. So now I look for these consolidations. So I do give it like typically 7 days, 6, 7 days, 5, 6, 7 days, somewhere around there, maybe more. And I want to see how it kind of consolidates and digests move. And then I look to see if it flags out or it moves or if it consolidates sideways, and then we break out and follow through. So I just give these ones time. If you're in it, congratulations. That was a big move, and now it's just digesting. There's really, I mean, you could take partial profits. You can update stops. Overall, if you're not in it and you want to trade it, I mean, these type of things would go on my radar, right? I don't, like I said, I don't know specifically this name, but these type of moves do kind of go on my radars. It's cybersecurity. Thank you. Okay, thank you. GME. Well, I haven't heard that one for a minute. GME. Yeah, this is looking. Oof. This is looking like spring loaded almost. You can really see that here, how we have these pull downs, and the pull downs are getting a little bit less dramatic, right? See how these like pull downs are getting, you know, smaller and smaller. And then you get this explosive move, and this explosive move was with good volume. And then it came in again, and it's all above that 20, 50 rising day moving average. So these type of things right here, like if you're playing this right now, I mean, it's opening the door for a squeeze, right? You can have a stop just here. You can have a stop down here and structure your trade. I mean, you got to be careful because just down to here is a minus 10% move. So you got to make sure that like, hey, am I okay with losing 10% on a position? Or like, what, you got to think, okay, where can I be wrong? Because you don't know how high this is going to go or where it's going to go to. You only know like how much you're going to lose to an extent, right? Unless there's some sort of surprise, but you can only map out your risk. But overall, I mean, yeah, look at the 50-day, how it's kind of just curling over right now. Boom. And then the 20-day. So I personally would like to see this shake out a little bit, people, and then come back in and just go for it. And I've seen that too many times on these names where you get a shakeout, it closes at the low of the day, and then all of a sudden, boom. Or it gaps down and completely reverses on itself. So it makes it hard to trade some of this stuff. But overall, yeah, this is definitely consolidating and getting tight right in here. And it's starting to move through that pocket. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. All right, people. My thoughts for you. Hello. PayPal. Let's take a look at PayPal. What time frame, Exotic, for Qs? Yeah, so PayPal. Okay, so PayPal was PayPal has been on the radar for a minute now, right? It goes way back, right? If you've been following the channel, you already know because we've been talking about this 4 stages that make up a market, right? Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, or not make up the market, but that assets and markets move in. This is decline, this potentially accumulation. When we look for the 30-week and 40-week to potentially start turning up, this is the work built off Stan Weinstein, right? And as soon as we started breaking out, like from these levels, we started calling it out. And then we saw the back test and we saw continuation. So PayPal looks good. PayPal looks fine. My thought here is as long as we can potentially hold this low, I would prefer the 200 day to start catching up a little bit more here. If this is a stage 2 markup, if we're in the early stages of a markup here, it could be a long way to go. We can go to 100. We can go to not 200. We can go to 100, 120, right? So you can put a position on and then watch how it trades and look for new setups as it evolves, right? So the main trade was the breakout, which it came from here to here. So really the main trade here would be more the breakout and strength after that. You know, that would be probably the better of the two trades. And now it is sloppy. It doesn't really have a great setup, but we did pull back into the 10-week moving average or the 50-day. And now we're kind of just trading sideways. So I'd like to see it build out a base a little bit more. And if it did so, that would be a hot setup. You'd probably see that setup being posted by everybody. Yeah. All right. Meta's getting a little wacky and wild, but I think that you got to be open for the possibility for continuation here given the current trend. Okay, so if I duplicate this out, you can call this whatever pattern you want to call it, but you can see volatility is expanding. So you have contraction typically leads to expansion. This contraction or this expansion is kind of getting a little bit more wacky and wild. And sometimes these are bullish formations. So it shakes people off before its next move. So what I would prefer to see is it just starts setting back up and seeing a higher low. So see how I did a low and a lower low? Now on the next pullback, I want to see a higher low. And then I want to see the breakout. And then continue this trend, right? So it's getting a little sloppy up here, but overall, I mean, you can't say that this is a bearish chart. All right, people. We'll take a look at snow. Okay, sorry, Qs. Let me go back to Qs. I want to do this for exotic. Qs, sort of a wedge. Yeah, you're right. Well, I think that you're talking about kind of this right here. Or are you talking about more like this right here? Both are kind of accurate. But yeah, price action regardless is getting tight. All right, people. All right, we're going to jinx it again. Hold on. Song break. It is what it is. You got to deal with it. I'm sorry.
I'm watching charts glow green, trading in my dream.
You know what? Actually, I'm just going to play it when we get closer. Because then we can celebrate. Because I want it to actually get close and like it's going to get it. It's going to get there. It's going to get there. Okay? You got kicked out? What do you mean? My thoughts for you. You got kicked out of the Discord? Just send me a private message on Patreon if you got kicked out. Because if you have an active subscription, for some reason, sometimes that happens, but I'll get you right back in. Okay? Internet. Oh, your internet disconnected. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like the Discord group. Oh, I forgot I'm in the spaceship still. It's okay. We deserve to be in a spaceship. I know people want to short, especially if you miss this move. I do know that. But remember, the goal of trading, right, is to last as long as possible, to build your account over time. So this one day, 2 years from now, it's not going to nearly matter, right? It can matter if you make a mistake. That's what matters because it has a huge impact on your portfolio. Be patient, be calm, be collective, and then go from there. Yesterday, I placed one trade, and I wasn't even going to trade that day. And today, it's the same thing. I'm just managing my swing trading portfolio. If you're a day trader, right? If you're a day trader, you get your levels and so forth. For me personally, I've kind of changed up my structure a little bit. I looked at, like I said, I went back through history on my accounts and I said, where am I making the most of my money? Hands down, it was swing trading equities. So then I said, okay, I'm making most of my money swing trading equities. What would it look like if I stopped trading options? What would happen if I stopped day trading as much? What happens if I take out shorting? Like, I just looked and I said, what can I take out? And if I take it out, would that be better than me going to pick up a new book and trying to learn something new? And the answer was actually yes, absolutely. And then I really started honing in on, okay, so this is what I like to do as far as swing trading. When did the trades work out best? And it was like clear as day. It was clear as day when I realized, I was like, wow, the best trades I've taken were all when they were above the rising 5-day and when we were in positive gamma territory. Bullish market conditions. Now, I know that a lot of people might look like first off, there's some people that have crazy amounts of money that should be taking that kind of more that time, lean that type of way. But I also know that there's people like, I just got a $1,000 account and I just am trading it for fun. And the thing with that is they put on risk to pretty much lose that over a month. But if you just take advantage of fractional shares and trading, I know that making 10% on $1,000 ain't going to change anybody's life. But that's the beautiful thing about this is you can start with a small account and you can add to it and stay within those risk parameters. And you can build it over time. So when I want to make more money in the markets, I'm not thinking about putting on more risk. I'm thinking about how can I grow the capital in my trading account more? How can I add additional funds into it? Because I don't want my risk to get overboard, right? And I came to a place where I'm very comfortable with as far as risking. And that changes when you see the dollar amounts, they change over time, right? But the percentages stay the same. So that's the hard part, kind of adjusting. But I personally have been getting better at that for myself. So if I just open, if all of a sudden I get funded, not funded, but if all of a sudden I'm trading, because I feel most comfortable north of 250,000, right? And I know that people are gonna be like, holy crap. Okay, first off, I'm not always trading that area at all, right? I have a couple of accounts that I manage that I swing trade, but anything kind of, even below that, honestly, that's where my 6% kind of or to 10%, it starts really feeling uncomfortable for me because now it's now I'm seeing the dollar amounts and it's a psychological whoa, oh man, my stomach. But you have to go back to hey, percentages, right? If you lose 5% of $1 million account, that's a lot of money for anybody, right? It really is. It's a lot of money. It's the same amount, that's a lot of money, but really it's only 5%. And you can make 5% back by getting 5% higher. On the flip side of that, if you have a smaller account and you lose 50%, say if you have a $1,000 account, you lose 50%, you lose $500. Your life ain't gonna change. But the problem is when you have a larger account and if you lose 50%, it's gone, it's done. It's a game over, right? You have to now make 100% to get that back. And if you're trying to approach it in the same manner of risk, oof. We're almost there, people. We're almost at 6,000. So the point of that is get good at managing any size portfolio. I don't care if it's $10. You should probably just open up a $10 portfolio and just be like, okay, you know what? Let me just test out what he's talking about. Let me just do things from the perspective of adding more exposure when we're in positive gamma, and then look for things that are tightening and play those moves. For the $10 portfolio, because you can do fractional shares. So you'd be like, okay, I'm only doing 6% in this position. That's my full size, or 10%, or whatever. And then just see how that goes. And then, whatever you do on your other portfolio, just do whatever you want to do. And if the portfolio that I'm talking about is outperforming your YOLO portfolio, think about it. Just think about it and go back and be like, is it really worth me to keep blowing these small accounts? Is it really worth me to keep on putting more pressure and trying to make money back? That's where things can really spin out of control. because losses, they do 100% work against you, right? Geometrically against you. You can, if you make 50%, you make 50% the next year, you make 50% again, but then you lose 70%, right? Have I moved to bonds? No, I haven't. I'm in and out. Like I have some, you know, they're different accounts, right? I'm talking about my swing trading account. My investing accounts, I don't even know what's going on with those things. I hardly even look at them. I just don't care, right? Because you talk about like 10, 15% of your income goes into it. It doesn't hurt me. It gets to a point where it grows, obviously, and you're like, whoa, but whatever. I'm not going to touch it. I don't care. My swing trading accounts, I'm active. My swing trading accounts do better than my investing accounts. Sometimes. There's periods of time where my swing trading kind of dulls out. I'm like, oh, come on. But yeah, like investing accounts, you got to just think of them differently. Like I know it's going to be different for everybody. Like some people are going to be 70 years old, and like you can't take on the amount of risk that, you know, somebody who's 25 years old does with your full balance, like your full account. Like that's crazy. What you do at that point is you take a portion you're okay losing, right, of whatever your portfolio is, and then you swing trade it, right? Like you don't. And if you're day trading, I personally believe that if you are day trading, that you should probably use no more than like 10% of your accounts, like 10%. Like, right. So if you have 100 grand in an investment account, I don't think that you should day trade more than $10,000. And I know that there's rules against that, obviously, right? Depends on what you trade and so forth. But day trading, there's a significantly higher rate of loss because you're more active, you're more engaged, you're going in and out and so forth. So if you blow up 10% of your net worth, you know, that's, I mean, when you have a high net worth, that's still a lot of money, but you're not damaged. And if you make good money day trading, which day trading is supposed to provide you income, that's what day trading is. Like day trading, you make some money, you take it out and you touch it and you feel it and you're like, now I can go buy something. When I was more active day trading, like I would take money out and I'd go buy new sunglasses, or I got a vacation down to Southern California, right? Like nothing crazy. But I think we're kind of shown the unrealistic side where there are people that make $250,000 or $1 million plus a year day trading, right? These are, first off, they're probably working with a prop firm. It's probably not their own money, right? A real prop firm. It's probably their full-time career, full-time job, and they have the funds and the support behind them to really execute at the highest level possible. The majority of people do not have that. I don't even have that. I ain't trying to make there's been months where I do really good. Like these last 3 months in my day trading account, like this is crazy to me. Like this is unrealistic for me because I don't put on this type of risk. Look at this. Let me pull it up right now. I'm not going to show my account information, but I'm pulling it up on my phone. Give me a second here. Damn. Three months. Yeah, like in the past 3 months, like this is crazy money to me. This account from Interactive Brokers, the one that I'm a little bit more active on day trading now. Some of these moves, by the way, these actually ended up holding into swing trades. So they were day trade executions. They were removed. Like most of the risk was removed on day trade, but turned into swing trades. But it's almost up 20 grand for 3 months. That's wild to me. But I see people post, and by the way, that's not normal for me. I don't have that. Like that's a lot. That's more than my, like, if I make a little bit more here, that's almost literally a year's of my mortgage. That's crazy. It's crazy. Why? Oh my gosh. And people lose thought. Like I see people posting like, look I made $40,000 on this one trade. It's like, show me your losing trade. Like, is that a demo account? Is that your real money? Like, are you really risking that? Because I don't know, like $40,000 in a single day. Like, for example, I've seen people post $100,000. It's like, okay, is your account like like, is it $2 million, $3 million account, $4 million account? So it's like, you made 5% today. Okay, like that makes sense. That makes sense. But if it's not that, and like, you're like, I made 50% in my portfolio today. It's like, okay, cool, man. Keep that up. Keep that up. Right? I do stocks. I do stocks only. I don't even trade options anymore. You shared Meta yesterday? Nice. Can I look at CMG? Yeah, we can look at CMG. Let's take a look at CMG. Chipotle. I mean, we had ourselves a bearish move on the gap down on the earnings, and now it's just kind of consolidating that move. It's getting back above some of these rising averages. So I'd be a little hesitant. I'd want to see it recover fully and wipe out that earnings and then set back up to play it out. Because a lot of the times when you get moves like this is earnings move, they do typically consolidate by pulling back. That is a pulling back technically, and you can get some follow through. But the averages are all pointing up. So my thought is that we can go back up higher, but I'd want it for it to prove itself and set back up, obviously. But overall, Chipotle's been a monster. Let's be real. Chipotle's been a monster. Monster. Monster, monster. Put your untouchable money into bonds. Yeah, you gotta do what's best for you. You know? I'll tell you what, bonds right now, I mean, I told you, I told you yesterday, but bonds, this is the quarter to date expected move. The quarter still has the rest of November and December. We got way outside of the quarter to date. Those type of things, like to me, like that's like you can execute into that stuff for like taking the opposite side of a trade. When you get that extravagant of a move, like down here, I didn't, by the way, I didn't do that. But when you do get those extravagant moves, my thought is that they can snap back up. So that's why I'm watching. Earlier we talked about like where we are as far as that goes with Qs, right? We're outside of the monthly expected move. It's November 8th. So I would want to see it push through and go a little bit further. And then I'd be like, okay, maybe now I'd be taking some profits off the table, and I would potentially even look for a fade. You guys, we are 4 points away. Come on. Is it Tesla that's helping us here? Come on, Tesla. You can help us. Can you take me higher? Probably need about $100 to do 3 and 6%. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, hey, Moonraker, didn't you say that you do like a micro account too that you trade? Like, you know, something like that? Or no? I feel like somebody told me that they do that too. Just for fun. And like kind of just, you know, experimenting or whatever. Fuse on silver. Yeah, sorry about that. I saw you post that earlier. Yeah, I mean, silver's in an uptrend. It's pulling back in a little bit after a big breakout. I'd be watching the dollar closely. I'll have to take a little bit deeper dive into silver. But right now, I mean, I wouldn't mess with it too much. Like I wouldn't short it. If anything, I'd be looking for long setups on silver. Right. So, right now, probably not my opinion would be that, but you can see it's kind of consolidating here and pulling in, and we are seeing a series of higher lows still. So you'd want to see that kind of stuff hold. And if it breaks, you'd want to see it set back up. So I think it's still valid. You just pay close attention to the dollar, right? The dollar is rising right now, which could put pressure on those type of equities. And you know, it hasn't been. That's the thing. So the dollar's been rising and silver's been holding up rather well. Gold's been holding up rather well. So I'd be keeping a close eye on this trade, because if the dollar and silver, or the dollar wants to continue pressing through here, it could put pressure back on these type of things. So like for example, gold, right? Gold has a very strong correlation. Silver has a strong correlation to silver. Gold miners have a strong correlation to silver. Okay. So there's GDX down on the day. They look the same. thoughts on block. What's block again? Is that SQ? Yeah. A lot of these names to me look like they've been building bases for a long time. Like these sideways chops, right? Stage 1 potential, stage 4, right? Stage 3, stage 2, stage 1. They're clear as day. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want this to be 1, and I want to go into a stage 2 uptrend, right? All right, people. People, hold on. Hold on to your nickels.
Wall Street's my scene.
Can we do it?
Flipping stocks like bees.
I got a book that can help you with precision sizing. Give me a moment.
So when I deceive,
Come on, people, let's do this. Let's get some hearts in the chat. Some rockets in the chat.
to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons. Tickets on my mind,
Yeah.
dollar signs I find. Bullish all the time. Cameras in a line. Margin calls no more. Ooh. Bears I must ignore. Bears I must ignore. Lambo at my door. Ooh. Stocks forever soar. To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to
That's what we doing.
stars like
Come on, Meta.
to the moon.
Come on, Nvidia. Come on, Apple, Microsoft, Google. We need you. Take us higher.
Take it higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to
Break it
the
down now.
stars like balloons.
Oh, yeah. Bing bong.
To the moon, to the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons. To the moon,
Oh my gosh, will it just go?
to the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like balloons.
$2.50, people. Come on. I wanted to play the song while it hit, and we mistimed it. Should I play it again? Just play it a fourth time. Why not? Why not? It's coming. We're almost there. We're doing it. We're doing it. Do I short at 6,000? I mean, I think it's going to... I'd be careful shorting at these levels only because I've seen times where we reach into a main gamma point, and when it gets through it, you see this explosive kind of like pop. But yeah, I'm not personally like if you want to do I saw Moonraker say something about a speculation short. That, you know, all that stuff is fine as long as you're just managing risk. I personally, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. It's not my style. But it is other people's style. I just wanted to witness history with you guys right now and put on a 6,000 cap. We're going to get hit with so many headlines. Literally $2.50 away. It is, that is just messed up. It's just messed up. 59.95 is the main area of focus here. Okay. Come on now. Been stuck at the same level for an hour and a half. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Now you can buy put. Like, do whatever works for you, right? Like, we could literally see this a huge rejection. I don't know what's going to happen. The only reason why I'm saying like I'm not doing anything like that is because the money for me so far has been just easier to trade to the long side. That's it, right? So I'm okay with taking a pause and missing, you know, a downside move. Like I'm okay with that because I prefer not to lose right now, and I'd rather just hold on to my gains because I'm happy, right? So it's Friday, November 8th. We're going into the weekend, and the last thing I want to do is take on some sort of position that's gonna take away from all the hard work this week. If that makes sense. Now, can I add even more to my portfolio? Absolutely. But once again, for me personally, I'm like, today's just a day. There's going to be more opportunities. There'll be plenty of opportunities. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. All right. If we can even hit 6,000 today, because this thing looks like it's going to be like, yeah, let's come back down over here, and then let's go like this. Oh, let's go like that. Oh, let's go. Can we just... I can't be streaming all day. I can't do it. We just got to go. Hit it. I'm supposed to watch my boy today. I'm watching my boy today. I can hear him in the other room. Plane. Ball? Hat? Hot? Hot? Hot. That's what my boy says. He points to his head and says, hot. All right, let me go to press play, and it's pulling back here. So it's like, it's playing games with us. It's playing games with our heart. But you know what? This is good because if we can pull down a little bit more, it gives us more time to reset and play the song again. That's my opinion. And I know it's yours as well. Costco wants 6,000. Yeah, what's up with Costco? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Costco's insane. Look at this thing. Kaboom. A lot of names, man. A lot of these names are just getting jacked to the nines. We got XLY leading the charge today. I know why, because, well, Tesla. I still find it very interesting that today the market is being held up by the one and only Tesla. Nvidia's down, Apple's down, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta. Down to flat. Nvidia's down 1%. And these high vol names, they do put pressure on the markets. And I'll be honest, the chart doesn't look all that great like in this structure right here. But it doesn't mean that we can't turn back around. If we turn back around, that's what we need. That's what we need if we're going to get this S&P 500 to 6,000. Like, just come on now. It's not going to take much. It's not going to take much at all. If Nvidia just did this and just go right here, it's probably enough. It's probably enough. Apple starting to turn here. That is going to help as well. Apple is the big player. Microsoft turning right here, breaking out of this little contraction to the upside will be a big help. Let's do it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Meta, previously known as Facebook. Breakout of this would bring us there. We're right there. Market net flow. Market net flow is, I'll be quite honest, this looks like it's getting a little sketchy here. So if, and look at all the overhead. Oh my gosh, come on. It's going to be a hard one. I'd be very careful if we start getting, into the 6,000 area, but let price do its thing. We're 4 points away. The market looks like it's shifting, more protectively. Like look at how we started turning red here. It's getting very choppy. You're starting to get some overhead on the 0-date levels. These can act as levels of resistance. So 599 up here. So daily expected move for the S&P 500. If we can reach up to there, probably would be coming back into the monthly expected move and potentially even further at some point in the near future. So let's just get us into this 6,000. We're literally a stone throw away. Let's make history. Let me get off of this live stream and go play with my child. We want to go on walk and we want to go on swing. We want to go down slide. That's what we want to do. But it's okay. I still got time. Mama doesn't leave for a while. So we're good. This was planned out, ladies and gentlemen. Quit the malarkey. Quit the malarkey. Quit the malarkey, he says. Can I check S? Yes, I can check S. Yeah, we'll go quick. Where's my SPX? I just gotta make sure I keep an eye on the bid or the last price here. Okay. Yeah, look at this. I mean, Sentinel-1, this looks amazing. This chart looks great. Inessa, it looks good. Look at, you're seeing a series of higher lows, so that's already good. And then you see, look at this 20-day, 50-day, 200-day, how they're starting to really start to gain trend. And then you're starting to see breaks of this. So in my opinion, yeah, right now, like these are good looking names. And if I go out to the weekly time frame, look at, I mean, you go into these stage 4 declines, you go to a sideways price action, and then all of a sudden they start turning back up again. And, we could be breaking out of bigger bases here to potentially move into a markup. So yeah, these type of setups I like. Look at this for the year. If you think that we're going to get a Santa Claus rally, now just be aware that if the market, I don't know the correlation this has with the S&P 500. You guys, we're almost there. We're about, we're 4 points away from the SPX. But if the market is going to have this Q4 rally, Santa Claus rally, I mean, this thing could be setting up to go retest year-to-date highs, right? Right now it's flat on the year, but it's also, I mean, it's been setting up. So just, stop would be down here or stop would be down here, and you'd be playing this kind of breakout here. It's a good look. It looks good. It looks good now. Just know that if the market comes in at this 6,000 level and it starts backing off or getting pinned, it very well may affect a lot of our names, right? So just be aware of that. It's not guaranteed, because trust me, we can break 6,000 and all of a sudden traders are like, yeah, we're going to 6,100, and they can start reaching out. But that's not the case right now. When will we know it's the case? If you go over here, oh my goodness, give me a second here. Okay, no, this is the right one. We'll know that's the case from this chart right here. Net gamma, right? So 6,000 is right here. There are people reaching out here, 6,100. So if traders want to continue to reach out, and if we have supportive levels beneath us, that's a positive sign. Okay, but right now, 6,000. And we have, by the way, today's an expiration, right? But next week's a larger expiration, okay? And what that means is we're going to really see this. Okay, wait, no, okay. I keep on seeing the wrong thing. Keep on reading the numbers incorrectly. I don't want to miss if we hit to 6,000. Let me see here. Where was I? Sorry, I was responding to somebody. We're above the monthly. Yeah, check SQ. Somebody had mentioned SQ. There's a lot of names like this, people that are honestly looking pretty good. I'd put SQ in that category too. All right, Square. I'd be more cautious because earnings came out in a gap down, so I'm not a huge fan of that. But if we start recovering, then I'd be okay with it. Because you are seeing the higher lows. It is holding the 200-day, the 50 days coming up. But I just want to see it prove itself a little bit more before just like buying in. Because sometimes you get like it pulls back up, but then you get follow through to the downside. All right, S&P 500 is coming in a little bit. That means it's going to give us more time. It's going to give us more time or more opportunities to eventually hit 6,000. Punk. What a punk. Yeah, punk. You're being a punk. Tesla. Tesla hit 320 today. Okie dokie. So Tesla, okay. So if you guys want to see S&P 5, if the other names aren't going to participate, let me tell you what's going to get us there too. Tesla, right? Tesla is getting hung up right at about this 320, but it's kind of also forming this little cuppy handle. So if Tesla actually holds this structure, if it can actually hold that structure, okay, if it actually holds this structure, give me a second. I'm keeping an eye on everything. Don't worry. Give me a second here, actually. Give me a second. I hear car doors closing. I want to make sure everything's okay. Give me a second. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Yeah, say hi. Say, can we get SPX 6000? Say hi. We're in the moon, you see? We're in the mood. Say hello. You say, okay. We'll be right back, people. So basically what I was saying here with Tesla was if we do get a measured move in Tesla, if it can hold this structure, 328 could be on deck. This is just like kind of like one of those cup with handles, but it looks like it's trying to come out. But if that is the case, that can help us get there as well. We're pulling back slightly though. Give me a second. I'm going to go return my child to his little play stuff with his mother. Come on, little buddy. Say, unless you start talking. We're back. Checking the switches, checking the dials. Here we go. He said, hello. All right, market's coming in a little bit. It would be so nice if it just made, you know, a little easy pop. You know what is going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen here. It's not going to hit 6,000 until the very last minute of the day. That's what's going to happen. It's going to just be a little punk. Ding, 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 ding. No, I hope that's not the case, but how many times have we seen that where it's a main level of focus and then it hits it at the end of the day? Or right when the market closes, it like pops right there. Boink. Makes it impossible for any retail trader to just like, just simplify things. All right. What do you do about the Sofi that you've been in for 3 months? Let's take a look at Sofi. 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 I mean, Sofi looks good. Look at this move. So Sofi, so if I remember correctly, we talked about this larger structure. That's why it's on my screen. And we talked about it more specifically probably in this range. And see how, okay, so look at the averages. Look at the moving averages. So you have the 20, the 50, and the 200. And you notice how price saw a strong move and it pulled back. And it pulled back into the rising 20-day and then the flattening, right, 200-day. And then the 50-day was sloping up. These type of setups, especially when you look out to the weekly time frame that have been going sideways for a while, that is what you want to look for if you think that we're going to move into a markup phase. So these little consolidations, you know, coming in while we can potentially move into markup. And then, you know, in hindsight, you're like, wow, that looks great. But we see this stuff. But this type of stuff happens all the time. Sorry, I was responding to something else again. It's too funny. Do I think it would be healthier if we took some time to digest? Probably. Yeah, but I mean, we're so close to it. So we're going to get the digestion no matter what. I would just prefer to just to get to 6,000, pop above it, do what you got to do, and then get the digestion. Which the digestion, if we go back through history, like the digestion could be a long time. Like, look, do you remember? Do you remember over here? This is a 58.50. Like we stood there from October 14th to November, right? Start of November. We were just pinned. I feel like we can see something very similar happen in 6,000 level. So we can pop above there. I don't know if it's going to go that high or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and then we could just go sideways for a long time. Perhaps, right? Not guaranteed, because remember, I'm just going off what the market currently has going on right now as far as gamma, because that structure can change. We do have on 11/15, like look how much gamma is going to be rolling off. 274 million. That's a large expiration into next week. So we'll see. I can't. Just getting bombarded. Come on now. Let's go 6,000. Let's do it, people. I'm about to put the song back on to jinx us. Is it your internet that's getting disconnected? My thoughts for you, or is it like, is everyone's stream fine? Is it popped up fine? Come on. Where's that Tesla stuff? Boom, Tesla. I just want to see here if it's gonna. I'm telling you, like this little thing could be real right here. This little, If it can hold, if it could break out, that'd be good. Even if it doesn't, look to Nvidia. Look at Nvidia, starting to catch a little bit of a bid. So fine, let's get Nvidia to play. But the larger market cap names are all down here, right? So we need them to play. Google or Meta, get off your butt. Google, it's very, very tight, right? It was tight down here, now it's tightening up again. Get ready, Google. Come on, this is it. Google also saw on the daily time frame a large move, and now it's pulling back. It's an inside trading day. Let's get going. If this gets going, we're there. We're there. We are there. Go. And we can pop above it if these names really do make a turnaround. That's it. That's all I want. And then I want to go to the park and play in the slides. Okay? That's all I want. I want to go on a swing. I want to get some fresh air. You know? I don't want to go to the mailbox and pull out a bunch of bills and have to pay bills. Okay, that's not what I want to do. I want to go play in the playground, run in a field. That's what I want to do. Okay. Oh, you want Meta to drop? My bad, my bad. Well, it can drop. It can pop and drop. It can drop and pop. It's always funny. Like I always see sometimes people like go back and forth on random things, and like when they mention like I'm on Twitter right now, it's take this down or whatever like this, or I'm gonna have my lawyers reach out to you. But one way if like people say that kind of stuff, you always know, like you can just check, like, okay, who's your lawyer? I'll reach out to them directly, or I'll have them contact, but they'll never tell you who their lawyer is because it's all fluff. It doesn't matter. So it's always funny when people say that. When I read that, I'm like, why don't you just say who your law firm is that you go through, or who your lawyer is? There's no reason to hide that. It's going to be public information if you're actually legitimate. I know I'm talking off topic right now, but it's always funny when I see this stuff. Like here's a YouTuber saying like something about avoid you having to pay my lawyers for an illegal takedown of my video. Just name your law firm. Piece of cake. Doesn't matter. If you really wanted them to talk. Back it up, yo. Or have them serve a cease and desist. Like I know we're talking about random stuff right now, but still, I see this stuff and I always laugh because it's always some whack job that talks about legal stuff, and it's like, or you ain't a lawyer. Just tell us who your firm is. Just say the firm. All right, people. Hold on, we'll pull up names here in a moment. Come on.
I'm watching charts glow green.
Here we go. Here we go, baby. 7 times a charm. 7 times a charm. Get ready with me.
Wall Street's my scene. Flipping stocks like bees.
We're gonna go to the moon.
I hold when I believe.
I hold when I believe.
Sell when I deceive.
Sell when I deceive.
When I deceive.
Here we go.
Profits in my sleep.
In my sleep, in my sleep, in my sleep.
Gains I will retrieve.
I...
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Taking higher, sweeping fortune soon. To the moon. To the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like a balloon. Tickets on my mind.
They're on my mind.
Dollar signs I find. Bullish all the time.
Know thyself. That's hilarious.
In a line.
Happy Madison Incorporated.
Margin calls no more.
Good stuff. good stuff, people.
Bears I must ignore.
You must ignore the bears, unless if they're right.
Lambo at my door.
Ford Fusion at my door.
Forever soar to the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher. Sweeping fortunes.
Halfway through the song and we haven't hit it yet. That means we're gonna have to play it again probably.
Prophets soaring to the stars like balloons. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher, sweeping fortunes. To the moon. To the
Thanks, my thoughts.
prophets
Okay,
soaring
my thoughts.
to the stars like balloons.
Break it down. No, wait, don't break down. No, go back up. Dang it. Yeah, the Owanda version is already there. But we want CBOE. We want the legitimate thing, hidden 6000.
To the moon.
But you are right, B Bond.
Take it higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon.
It's breaking. No, no, no.
To the moon,
Yes, no, yes.
sweeping fortunes to the moon, to the moon. Prophets soaring to the stars like balloons.
I really thought we had it there, ladies and gentlemen. We were. Come on. We were there. We were $1.04 away. I'm not, you think I'm gonna count that? I am not gonna count that. I once again jinxed it by playing this song too early. I'm sorry. I'm in California. California, yay. It is what it is, you know? Do you notice? Yeah, do you notice? Like, I see you mentioned the doji candle, which is slowing authority, but you can see like the range of this candle was pretty authoritative. This one was quite indecisive, the body at least, but the range was bigger. And then you see the range of this one get smaller, this one about the same size, and now the range of this is getting smaller. It just tells us that the authority of the move has been slowing down, price action's contracting, and we can get an expansionary move here soon. My thought is still that we go to 6,000. We're $1 away. $1 away on a $6,000 product is dang near touching it, but I do not accept that. I wanted to cross through. Now, I know somebody had mentioned we did get there on SPX Owanda. I know, but I really pulled up this chart because I wanted the legitimate hit from CBOE. I wanted it there. We are above that 6,000, and this was the thought earlier in the trading session where we would reach right into this kind of upper red zone, maybe over through it because of SPX, how it's a little bit different, and then come back in. But I want the one that everyone's paying attention to. Right? I use that chart for its continuity, and it does work really well with gamma levels. But on this big of a level, we need the monster to hit. We need the big product to hit. We do. Let's take a look at Google. Google is breaking out of this little contraction here. Okay, cool, good. Take it. Take me higher, baby. Here we go. Amazon. Amazon's flagging out. It's setting up right here. This could be a big help. This could be a big help. Oh, okay. So Amazon looks like it's setting up. Google looks like it's breaking out of a little thing. The Microsoft price action is going sideways. Apple pulling back after a nice little move here. So are we setting up just for a higher low? Nvidia is pulling back after this breakout. So all of this looks decent here, right? And we need these players to play. We need these players to play. If we start, so that was a little pullback. We're right here. We're going to 6,000. We're going there. I just jinxed it again. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just did it. Tesla, let's look up Tesla. Boom. Tesla. Here we go. Here's Tesla setting itself back up. There's that kind of little cup with handle. Measured move would bring us up to and around 327. That would be insane. If that is the case, we're going there. We're going there. But I jinxed it. But I did just jinx it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't repeat that one, Exotic, but that is hilarious. That's funny. Oh my gosh. So many things I can say. Thinking about taking a job. I'm not in Texas. Oh, you're talking about, oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't see my thoughts. Good stuff, man. In Texas. Yeah, 1/5 of the price, and you say, yeah, I'm well aware. I would love lower prices, trust me. I would love lower prices. I've never been to Texas. I'm definitely going to be seeing myself visit the state at some point, like, right? I haven't been too much places in the more the middle, right? But I've been really wanting to check things out. I got family out in Tennessee. I've been on the East Coast throughout the East. I haven't been too many places in the United States, to be honest. I've traveled the world, been all kinds of places around the world, but I gotta visit the States, man. The States, there's beautiful places all throughout the States and great places to go. I gotta explore. And more than just like an airport, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been to a lot of airports in the States, but that doesn't count. Oh yeah, I love Colorado. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, I was just in the airport. Oh yeah, I've been to Texas many times. Oh, nice. Yeah, where'd you go? Oh, I was just at the airport. You know, cool. Why was the message retraced? I didn't delete a message. Did maybe you guys deleted a message, or did something happen there? It says message retraced on my end. I don't know what it said. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are just chilling right now. Tesla, higher lows. I mean, if this thing gets through 320, that's a nice move there. It's already a nice move. Meta's holding up. Google, okay. Amazon. Come on. I mean, they're not horrible looking setups. It's just, they're down on the day, so you're already working against that. Google's pulling in here. Microsoft, yeah, see Microsoft, this little freaking Microsoft, dude. Lower highs built, like just lower highs. Lower highs, lower lows there. Apple pulling back in. If Apple's just pulling back in for a little pop up, that'd be great. See how it came right back into this kind of prior area of resistance, prior area of support, and it got rejected. So come on, we got to go and strike it again. I don't like Microsoft. Let's take a look at Nvidia. All right, I'm not saying it's all too bad yet, because I know Nvidia's down, and we pulled into where? Nvidia pulled into right here, this prior little level. Right, so what is prior support can become prior resistance, and that is the case. But we also kind of held within this area on this little breakout. So yeah, if it starts breaking down from here, that sucks. But it's also could be just a back test. And if we start breaking through this high of, 147.60, that'd be good. But right now, SPX coming back in. You son of a gun. We were $1 away. What did I just do? We were $1 away. I'm just gonna be here forever. I'm gonna be here forever. It's gonna be the closing bell where it sets up. Punks. We can do this. Thoughts on the VIX gap? Watch out below. Watch out below. I don't know. Maybe. I'm definitely not shorting this monster. What are my thoughts on the VIX gap? I don't really have too many thoughts. I don't really have too many thoughts. Like this gap, are you saying this daily gap? I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, sometimes these things get filled. I mean, the gaps above, they do get filled, right? I mean, even 65 was a gap from 2 years ago, and it finally filled here just this year. Or you can look at VIX futures, right? And there's no gap in VIX futures. There is over here, but that was probably like, there's probably some contract rolls or something in and around these areas. But yeah, typically they get filled. That would be my thought. So at some point, we'll probably see VIX right back up there at some point at 20.57. Is what it is. Shabba dabba ding dong, you know? Yeah, Ryan, I kind of feel the same way. That happens. I've seen it too many times. Soybeans are popping. You should have played Get Low. I can't play that song. I would play that song. But I can't play copywritten songs because they'll just cut my stream or they'll remove the video. On Twitch, I never had that problem. YouTube, I get that problem immediately. Let's take a look at market net flow. Market net flow. Yeah, it's all over the place. No edge. I mean, we got a bullish divergence, but it's all over the place. 598, that's going to be a tough one to get through. So you have, okay, so we're about 40 cents from this level. And just, you notice this big old green stick right here. That could put price away. So if we get above that and we can hold above it, there you go. But right now, so 598, what was it, 598? I'm going to go ahead and clone this out. And I'm going to go 598. I'm going to make it red. I know I'm making it a different color, but bear with me. It's because it can act as resistance is the only reason why I'm making it red. I know it's confusing, but yeah, 598 is right there on SPY. You can see that we actually even came into that level. So we'd have to really kind of see this change or price to prove itself to get above it. So if we start dropping more, look for 597. 597 is down here, so I'm going to just go ahead and move this one up to 597. There you go. So actually, you know, if I was to trade today, which I might still, I don't really know, I would actually prefer, if I was trading and I feel confident that we're going to hit 6,000, I would prefer to see 597 come into play. Because you get a pull up, you get pull back down, and then you get that kind of digestion. And then I want to see really kind of what price does from there. Now, is that going to be the case? I don't know. But that would give me a better risk to reward for, you know, the move up to 6,000 versus playing, you know, $1 away from it or whatever. But right now, we're just what? We're dueling in and around that 598, that kind of gamma level, which is right here. And that could repel price. So you get up to this, it presses price away. If you get above it and it still remains there, it can repel price, but more towards the direction of the bulls. Okay. Daily expected move is still in play too, by the way. We haven't even tagged the daily expected move for the day. But yeah, I'm not interested in shorting. I don't care about shorting into 597 or trying to catch a short. I just don't care. What I'm more interested in is if the market actually does sell off, I'd be looking for a way to buy the dip. That's what I'm interested in. Like if I shorted right here, like, okay, what am I doing? Like just waiting, like, is it going to drop? And when it drops, like, when am I going to hold it to? Down here, below the low of day, maybe, right? Cool. I feel like there's a lot better short opportunities out in the market versus trying to fade the marketplace. You know, and you know, this is the thing about that is people like will be like, "Whoa, man, you see, you should have did this or you should have done that." Understand that what I'm saying works throughout the course of time, right? It works out. So it's not about one day. It's about or one trade. It's about 100 trades doing this. So if you do exactly this, like if you try to fade a strong market 100 times, there are going to be times where you get your face just ripped and you're going to be wrong, you're going to be wrong, you're going to be wrong. There'll be times where you clearly get it right out of 100 trades. That's going to be the case. But there's always going to be better. Like, so for example, if I wanted a short here, I'll tell you what, if the red line started crossing back above the green line, or the green line started coming in like this, and this started turning red, I'd be like, okay, now makes more sense. Because now you're playing with more the flow of the market, the cumulative net premiums for calls and puts. You'd be trading with the flow of the market. Right now, you do get counter trend moves because the S&P 500 is not moving with the bullish divergence. You are seeing the cumulative net premiums and puts creep up while this is kind of going sideways. Okay, but more confidently, I would say on the flip side of this, I've had a lot more success if you trade with market net flow. So if I were to take 100 trades where market net flow was bearish, I bet you my success shorting would be significantly greater than if you take 100 trades shorting against what market net flow is doing. You know what I'm saying? You'll get lucky plenty of times. Lucky, whatever the case may be. But if you repeat the strategy, you repeat it, because that's what you need to do. You need to repeat it. It needs to be repeatable. You got to do it. You got to do it. Hey, what's up, my thoughts? Straight up forever. 597. Oh yeah, so Moonraker, you're calling out 597 too. Yeah. We're about 50 cents from 597. So this is like, if I was a long trader, I am a long trader, but if I was day trading, I'd be looking if price can come into 597. That's what I would look for the setup. Let me see here also, because I can go up into 0 day and see if anything opened up from a 0 day perspective on SPX. 59.85. Okay, so yeah, I could actually pretty much line up. So let me actually just draw a little line here. Yeah, I mean, let's see that happen. Come back into here. That would probably be kind of line up with this. 59 or 597. Let's do it. Let's see. Okay, while this is loading, I also got to check in with my wife because I know that she has to get ready for work and do all this stuff. So I was hoping for an earlier tag, and you know what? It teased us. It teased us. We were $1 away, people. $1 away. I would have made $14 million in my demo account. Play the song again. I will play the song again. Give me a second here. I'll be right back. Quick break. Got to check in on my wife. You know how it goes. All right, give me a second. I don't know how to put the break sign up here. Display, video, image. I don't know. Be right back. I'm on a trip, I can fly away. Scooby-Doo, doo-beep-boo. All right, let's look at some new names. Let's look at some, let's pull up some charts. We got some time. I'm going to keep an eye on this 597, about 61 cents from there. I would have liked to see that. It's not there yet. It would have been nice to see a quick move down there. We saw that yesterday at 594, and that created a great opportunity. That was right here, actually. I think it was right here. No, it was right. Where was it? It was right here. No, where was it? Where was yesterday? Right here. Right to 594. A couple cents below it. That created a nice opportunity, but we didn't get that. I probably would have actually. I think I would have potentially taken a trade there if we saw a quick move down, but it didn't happen. All right, let's pull back up some of these names. Qs are flat on the day, people, by the way. So take a look at the Qs. Just a consolidation day. I mean, like, does this look bearish? No, like, this wouldn't even look bearish if it came down to 500 again. If price came to 500, like, that wouldn't even be bearish. I mean, in a single day, that might look scary, obviously, but you would just be pulling back into a breakout. That is where dreams are made of. Right? So we're down 3 basis points on the trading session today, which is crazy because we're only down 3 basis points. Nvidia is down, Apple's down, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Meta down. But when we look at the day, really what we're seeing here is price just in a range. That was a bad line, I know. Just in a choppy range. So Qs, it doesn't take much right now to get us to that 6,000. It will not. It would just take a little bit of help from these names that we've already mentioned. Okay. What's CTOS? Cintas. Ah, man, Cintas is a minute since I've seen this. This one has like been so many good setups. Like, okay, so Cintas this year, like this is what I love to see. So this one consolidated a little bit more than what I like, but on the earnings move, and then nice consolidations. You get nice breakouts. This one kind of came back in. But Cintas has been a monster. Okay? Look it back over here. You know, you look, and this is what I'm seeing in some of these other names, in some of these random names, where, you know, it's sideways for an entire year, but then starts basing out and getting back above the 20-day, 50, 200. And this is what, you know, accumulation could look like and a markup phase. That's what I want to trade. I want to find the stocks that are going to be marking up. So some people, you know, brought attention to those various names. So Cintas is on a huge move. I don't chase this. I wait for consolidations and so forth, just like this happened, right? Consolidations, and then boom. So this one's long in the tooth, but now I look for names that may be moving into markup phases. Keeping an eye here on SPX. About 5 points, okay? I'm watching SPY. I see it on my screen. I got SPY on my screen. We're at 597.82 on SPY. What do I think? Crocs. I haven't seen Crocs for a minute. Let's go back, pull up the Crocs. Crocs, this kind of looks like a Lululemon sort of ordeal. So I'd be very careful with Crocs, right? So you get this power earnings move. And by the way, this is a powerful earnings move. It was a gap down and you got continuation. So there's chances are we do very well get some sort of we get some sort of a bounce in the near future with Crocs, maybe, you know, to wherever, I don't know. But if you look at something like Lululemon, I want to be very specific here that you got to be careful trading this stuff because you have a gap down. You had the move down like this, right? And then you had the bounce up. That's the pullback. And then it continued down. So I'm not going to say that Crocs is going to do the same thing, but it is doing the same thing as far as the bearish earnings move, following through, and then you probably see some sort of consolidation or pullback in the near future with Crocs. So you go into the smaller time frames if you want to play a move higher, or bounce higher, you can see like, hey, there's a positive divergence here, right? You see this low, you see a higher low, you see this low, and you see a lower low. Then the 5-day moving average is declining. So if price action wants to kind of crack back up into these areas, and the 5-day moving average wants to start flattening out and turning up, maybe you can get a smaller term bounce in Crocs. But the setup isn't quite there yet. Wouldn't be ideal, like for me personally. I can see others maybe arguing, why they might do that, but I would just be like, I don't care. Like, I'll just go find another piece of inventory. Okay. Yeah, Tesla's carrying everything right now. It's up almost 7%. Let's go back over to Tesla. Okay, so back to Tesla, what we were talking about. Intraday, this is just a minute time frame, just to see volume, just to see structure. We are still seeing higher lows in this current realm, so careful here, right? Price action is getting tight. If Tesla wants to make its run back up to this 320, and we break out of this larger kind of base pattern, which more now this is not a cup with a handle. This is more ascending triangle type of price action. But Tesla, yeah, I wouldn't mess around with Tesla. I wouldn't fade Tesla here. Like, yeah, you might see some drops, but I wouldn't fade it. It's too strong right now. Maybe, perhaps, that if the other market wants to participate, like Apple more and Nvidia, if they want to turn around, maybe that puts pressure on Tesla and Tesla comes in a little bit more. I'd be okay with that because you would get a larger market cap names playing the game, right? And that could still help us out here in the S&P 500. I can actually see the case for long Tesla into 320, a couple bucks per share. 598 is that big wall. You can see it's growing in size over here. So S&P 500 is about, so here's the 598, right? So we drew this out. About 30 cents from it. And it's still a level of interest and the interest of resistance. So if we can break above it and hold above 598, that'd be a significantly positive move for the market. But right now, just looking at the 0-date levels, that's a wall. All bricked. The bears are like, get away from me. Yeah, I looked at UA a little bit earlier, and yeah, so for example, this is what I look for, right? This is what I look for Under Armour. It's a little concerning of a move to the downside here. Like, it's pretty aggressive move for UA. So I'd want price action to settle in a bit. Like, today is 10% down. Like, I'm not really looking to execute into that. I'd want to see, like, if it closes down here, right, or closes lower, like, you can probably get some more follow through. So I'd be looking for potential gap fill. Now, if I look at this, I go like this and we draw a line through here. We're so close to coming into this realm. So if I was to set up a trade for Under Armour, once again, I would prefer to see more consolidation. But I can see the point of executing in if it makes sense. So this kind of area of risk, like this would be kind of like the, careful zone. But if it does come into here, I can see the possibility of building into a position with the speculation that it moves higher. Like, coming into the gap fill, the prior area where volume was, back into a 20-day, rising 50, the 200-day would be sloping up. So I can see that case, and you can see we're pulling back into prior area of supply. And prior areas of resistance can become potential areas of support. So, I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe 850, 851 in this realm. But yeah, like, that's a pretty aggressive move. I mean, this move is almost the same size as earnings. Now, look at the volume. The volume right now is pretty low. And that could mean something here. Like I said, I prefer to see a few days, like 5, 6, 7 days of consolidation. If this does go lower into this area, and we get a little bit of follow through tomorrow, or if it gaps up, we'll probably have some sort of an inside trading day. So yeah, I like it. It's setting up. I like these pullbacks. And it's also pulling into a prior level. So there's room for interpretation here of how to execute it. I would prefer to see price set up or see strength after this now. So price come in right above a rising 5-day moving average. Maybe it puts in a higher low. Maybe you anchor a volume weighted average price from the high, see where that leads at, and go from there. But right now it's pretty significant sell side, just hammering the tape. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Chris, you're asking about, okay, you missed the move. Want to see consolidation. Do you wait for it to touch the 5 DMA or 10 DMA? Subjective. It is subjective to however you find it necessary. I mean, look, there's so many different ways you can approach it, right? So if you miss this entire move, right, the SPY or this big whatever, I mean, it's going to digest. It's going to consolidate. I don't know how high it's going to go before that or where it's going to come to. But if you're like, I want to get some exposure in, I mean, you could literally, like, what would it be if you just had a small position here and it came down here? Would it really affect you that much? Okay, then your average price would be here, right? And then if it comes down farther, you can average in, right? The move was very strong. So there's chances are that we get the digestion and we get continuation. That's not always the case, but as long as we're above a rising 5-day moving average and in positive gamma territory, that's what we look for. So there's a couple of things you think of, like, okay, are you okay with missing a move higher? If you are, cool, right? We're literally in an area where upside can be capped at, and that's 6,000 for like a week or two. We've seen that already in prior trading, right? So yeah, you just approach it like, first you got to understand like how you plan on holding, how long the position, where prices come from, and then you say, okay, if I think we're going higher, should I just start building out a position now and not have to worry about that because you plan on holding it for a long period of time? So it is really subjective to the end user. These are just things that I'm talking about that you might have to think of ahead of time. Now, for me personally, in swing trading, I would not start a new position here. Like, I've already started my position when we got back above a 5-day moving average and when we got into positive gamma territory. I did not feel comfortable doing that, but that's what I did. And I'm happy I did because I got some exposure into the market. Not a lot, but I got the exposure back in. I got to play with a ride. Now, when we reach up to 6,000, I'm like, okay, well, the gamma structure is telling me we can be capped up a little bit here. So I want to take a little bit off. And then when things set back up, when things digest, I'll look to re-enter. And I know that with that thought process, for me personally, like, I know it sucks at times, especially if you miss moves or whatever. But also I know that I'll be happier with myself if I do this over the course of 20 years. Because I know by doing it that way, it's going to protect me. And that's the only thing that I have control of, is like what I risk, right? I don't have control where price is going to go. No one does. I'm not here to predict where price goes. I'm here to create if-then scenarios. Right? My portfolio does really, really good when the market does really bad. And it's not because it goes up. It's because it doesn't go down as much. So sometimes when the market does very, very good and screams up higher, I don't have full exposure. But sometimes equities, they have a higher beta anyway than the S&P 500, so I can kind of outperform it in some cases. But a lot of the outperformance comes from just being more cautious. Yeah, the rocket means Katie or Caddy. The rocket means that I'm going for. Oh wait, here we go. Oh my gosh, here we go, people. Take me higher. Here we go.
I'm watching charts glow green.
Come on, let's not jinx it this time. Let's make history. I need rockets in the chat. Help. Rockets, hearts. Like the stream. Boom. There's a heart. This is take 7.
So would I deceive. So would I deceive. Profits in my sleep. Gains I will retrieve.
Yes.
To the moon. To the moon.
Here we go.
To the moon. Take it higher. Sweet big fortunes. To the moon. To the moon. Profits soaring to the stars like a balloon. Tickets on my mind. Dollar signs I find. Bullish all the time. Candles in a line. Margin calls no more. Ooh. Bears I must ignore.
You must ignore.
Bears I must ignore.
Yeah.
Lambo at my door.
Here we go, baby.
Ooh.
Yes.
Not forever.
Yes.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher. Sweet big fortunes. To the moon. To the moon. Profits soaring to the
Sky balloon.
to the moon.
Come on, baby.
To the moon. Take it higher. Sweet big fortunes. To the moon. To the moon.
We're more than halfway through the song. Just pop.
To the
Break it down. Wait, no, don't break it down. Oh man, I jinxed it again. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Get there.
To the moon, to the moon, take it higher, sweeping fortunes.
Come on, let's go. Here we go.
To the moon, profits soar
Song's almost over.
to the stars like balloons. To the moon,
We're gonna have to repeat it. Here we go.
take it higher, sweeping fortunes. To the moon, profits soaring to the stars like balloons.
I can't believe the song. I cannot believe it. Come on, baby. I'm ready to go on a walk. No! Please! Please, sir. 70 more cents, sir. Come on. Why? Why do you do this? Why? Oh my gosh. Play it again. Oh my goodness. Just take us there. This was what the stream was for, to be all here watching us hit this wonderful 6,000. I have played that song now 14 dang times. Who's messing with me right now? Less than 50 cents away. No, I'm sorry. 60 cents. Okay. Come on. Oh, we're going. We're going there. Oh, yes. Yay. We're there. Let's do it. All right, come on. We're going to replay it. Go.
I'm watching charts glow green.
Here we go, baby. We're there. All I want is a touch. Just touch. Just touch it. Just touch the line.
Wall Street's my scene.
We're replaying it. It is what it is, okay?
Flipping stocks
Oh
like
my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're not gonna hit it.
so what I just see.
Oh.
Profits in my sleep.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's fun though. It's fun.
Gains I will retrieve. To the moon. To Taking higher, sweeping fortunes to the moon, profit soaring to the stars like a balloon.
It's not gonna hit it. It's not gonna do it. Needs more time. It's literally gonna happen as soon as my stream is off. I can't. I can't. That's fun. We're having fun. 69 Conquer. Oh my gosh. Too good. TradingView shows it hit 6K. I'm on TradingView. I'm on TradingView. You're probably looking at SPX, the Owanda chart. It did hit on Owanda, but I want like the CBOE. I want the legit SPX tag. Where did I get the song from? I made it. I'll share it on Suno or something like that. There you go. You can make AI songs. It's actually kind of fun. Can you take me higher? Yeah, you're looking at US 500. Yeah, no, I looked at that earlier today. It definitely did hit. So I'll show you that because price is coming in. Yeah. Right here. So yeah, where is it? This is kind of what we drew out this morning, right? These little areas of potential resistance. We kind of said that we'd hope to see this pop through and then come back where it'd be kind of the top of the day. But I wanted to see it validate on actually the SPX, like the legitimate product, the S&P 500, SPX by CBOE. And I'm too stubborn to call this a tag. You know, I know it's a $6,000 product. I do know that. Okay. And it reached up, it was 38 cents away. Okay. On a $6,000 product. I get that. But I'm too stubborn to call that a tag. Well, you know why? Because I'm live. Because I'm live, and I want that. I want that free, tag right there, the little 30 cents. I'll tell you what, though, if we did pull back into that 597 area, I would have executed the trade. We didn't quite get that pullback though. That would have been nice. It would have been nice. It would have been a good setup. But what I do know here is this: we are above that 598, and that was kind of that wall, right? We talked about 598 being that wall. Well, it left because it changed. But notice how then when we broke above it, we saw the pop. Now it's changed, the structure's changed. So 597 is that big area of focus, which is down here. Look, I don't want it to go down there now. I don't want to trade into this level right now then. I want to see this hit 6,000 and be done. Okay, that's what I want. We can take a look at some other names now because this is pulling back in. We're back. I mean, we're 3 points away. We can literally, one thing could hit the tape and we'll be above it. That's what sucks is I know I keep trading off the screen and keep playing the song and it's going to probably, tag when I don't want it to. They might hit it at the last 5 minutes of the day. This is just, it's annoying, but it's like, come on, we're going to hit 6,000. There's not a chance. So on yesterday's live stream or the video, I forget which one it was. I think it was the live stream. I was like, if there was a betting market where I can bet $100, and even if my odds sucked, that I would make a certain amount of money that we're going to hit 6,000 before going into a bear market. I would take that bet any time of the day because what's the probability of being here at 6,000 and then this being the top and not actually hitting 6,000? I think it would be a low probability. And I feel like the payout would be jack crap. You pay $100 and you probably get paid $2. Degenerate bet. Definitely don't want to scale up that position. I can't believe it, dude. I cannot. People want to, they're hedging early, right? Or people are trying to, people are like, it's almost there, and they're just front running it. This is what makes me think that if we get through 6,000, if it keeps doing this, we can see actually kind of one of those like those pops that people are like, oh, you know, because I feel like people might be pulling profits. You got hedging activities as we're reaching into 6,000. I mean, it all makes sense because we're basically there on net gamma, right? And look at the size of this thing. That's a huge level. Market net flow, it did turn green, a little choppy over here. S&P 500 still floating around. Now it's under that 598 again. 599 is the wall. Okay, all right. Structure here on the 0 date is changing a little bit on SPY. So 599 on SPY would get hung up a little bit. 599, that's totally fine. That's that daily expected move. Oh, if we go up to the daily expected move, which we haven't hit yet, that's awesome. That's awesome. Still good. We have some magnets over here at 598, which we're basically at. That was a green bar that can repel price. Now we're just floating there. So, yeah, the Buffett indicator. Yeah, Tex-Mex. I know, it's wild. I pulled that up on like a video about like a week or two ago, and it's like a 2 standard deviation move too. By the way, if you look at if you look at the slope. I do pay for market net flow. Yep. Market net flow is also, Gene, in the Discord. So if you're actually in the Discord, you can just go to the query channel and type in the code. The only difference between my Discord and actually paying like $70 a month for this is it doesn't show convergence. It shows momentum, which is just a different indicator below us. It still shows the regular market net flow. So yeah. Oh baby. Oh baby. Okay. I wonder what other streamers are looking at, what other levels they're looking at. Take me to 6,000. All right, let's pull up these. I don't want to move from this screen because we're literally $2 away, and it could literally be a boom, snap. We're above it. Snap, boom. Someday. We're going there, people. It's happening. If it doesn't hit today, that's going to be hilarious. Hilarious. Also annoying. Is anybody trading? What's people are trading? We can look up individual names again. I've been keeping an eye just on the Mag 7 because we need those to help. Like we pointed out already before. UA, by the way, is pulling into that previous area that we kind of discussed. All the Mag 7 stocks are basically down. Nvidia, it is, it's not down 1% anymore. It is helping the market, that's for sure. But you can see we're kind of getting hung up here, just put in a lower high, just on a shorter time frame. But while this is taking place, we are seeing higher lows. So price action here is getting a little tighter. And this is what we need. We need these names. We need these names to break to the upside. You need that with Nvidia. Look at Apple. Apple's pulling in here, right? After this strong little pump here, boom, it pulls right back in. Microsoft's been kind of a dud today. Google. Google looks good. Google looks like it can help us here. As long as it breaks to the upside, right? So Google, it's not doing anything for us as it's been kind of flat, but if it can break to the upside, that can help. That would very well help us. And then Meta, Meta's just chopping. Not giving us much here either. And then we obviously have Tesla's up 7%, and this one's been holding the market. And this one is still putting in higher lows as it stands. And price action is getting very tight here with Tesla. Okay. So if we can just get a little push, you're there. We're there. It's done. It's over. It's game. We're there. It's 6,000. Done. Game. Over. We're done. Okay? But we're not yet. Qs, they're flat on the trading session, right? If I just pull up the Qs, look at, you see a nice little move over here breaking from this, right? But overall, what are we seeing? Just kind of a box step for the day, right? You see a price action got tight here, and then it kind of is consolidating here again. So if Qs want to come back up and hit the high of the day, also that would help us, obviously, because we're looking at the Mag 7 stuff. But even with all that said, the market is holding up rather well. The market is holding up rather well. Okay? There'd be no question in my mind that if those stocks were up on the day, we would be through 6,000. Obviously. Okay? IWM, let's take a look at IWM. That's kind of just intraday, just breaking a little trend line. Also holding up rather well, just consolidating on the 15-minute time frame. Obviously still holding its gains from the presidential pop. Okay. Hey, what's up, Mason? I would much prefer a pullback after we come through 6,000. And then I wouldn't want to play like an extravagant move to the downside, back up to the upside. I wouldn't want to short it, but I would like to look for the pop back. But yeah, it is pretty wild. We haven't seen a pullback yet. Oh, man. We're there. We are there. What's TMF doing? It's TLT, TMF? I'm afraid to leave this screen because like we're in the dollar range right now again, people. We're in the dollar range. I'm pretty much done streaming once we hit. And if we don't hit, I mean, I got to get off my stream anyway because I'm running out of time. My wife had to leave. And I got to take care of my baby. My baby. Uranium. We'll take a look at uranium. URNM. Can you take? I want it because it's precious. Should I put on the song? Should I do it? Or is that a jinxing it? Jinxing it. I'm doing it. Starting it over. No, wait. As soon as I pressed it, it started going down. I'm like, no. I want it to hit. And we're calling it a stream after this, people. We're going to make history, and then we're going to get off. Reverse. Don't clip it. Put an alert. Will the alert go fast? I don't even know how to do alerts on TradingView. I've never done it. I usually use like TrendSpider for my alerts. Don't do it. Just stream all day. I could maybe leave my stream on, but I gotta be present with me son. With me son. We're literally $1 away. Oh my goodness, people. This is crazy. All right, come on, Nvidia. What's Nvidia giving us? Nvidia, dude. Look at this stuff, man. It's just toying with us. Well, at least one thing we know is just not to trade the chop. I mean, that's clear as day. Apple, come on, Apple. Come on, Apple. Here we go. Apple can help. That would be a cool metal version of the song. I think I have a metal version of a song like that. I didn't even drink all my coffee. Oh, it's not as good as it was in the morning. I gotta drink it. It helps. Oh, God, why did I do that? It's all cream. It was stuck at the bottom. Okay. You need the inverse of the song to run. Should I play it? I'm being told to play it. Like literally as soon as my mouse goes over the play button, it starts ticking down. We are $1 away. It's worth it. Ready? Should we do it? Am I going to jinx it for the 17th time? Let's go. Rockets in the chat. We're going there. We're going there now. Deal with it. If we don't, deal with it. It's my scene. Here we go, baby. Oh. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're making history. Oh my gosh. They're in my sleep. I will retrieve. To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. Take it higher, sweet big fortunes. To the moon. To the moon. Prophets soaring to the stars like a moon. Tickets on my mind. They're on my mind. Dollar signs I find. Bullets all the time. Candles in a line. Margin calls no more. No more. Oh my gosh. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, print your hats. We're at 6,000 for the first time in history, live. Print your caps. That was 6,000. To the moon. Woo! Let's go! Congratulations, everybody! To the sky. Break it down. Literally. Trader Joe, welcome to the chat. We did it, baby! We made history! Print it! Let's go, people. There it was. There it was. All right. 9:57 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Almost 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know for a fact the news is printing that 6,000. We did it. We made it. It's there. You know who's very happy? David Hunter. He had that target for the last 3 years. Well, he changed his target to 7,000, but that was the first one. 6,000 was officially tagged. SPX. There we go. Oh, I'm going to take a nap. All right, people, let's do a quick market thing and a little update, and I'm calling it a day. I just wanted to see that live with everybody. Okay, it was so obvious we were going to get there. When it got there and how it got there, I don't know, but we did it. Some people in the chat saying, do the song now. They were right. We tagged it, and we can still go higher. It's always possible. But here's the thing. That is a huge level of interest. So breaking through it, if traders are going to reach out further, that would be more bullish. But right now, this is the level of interest. We do have an expiration today, but the bigger one is going to be next week. And we'll see how things adapt and adjust from there. But in the meantime, just be aware that we're in an area that can get chopped up. And remember, how did we get to this area? We got to 6,000 on a move that went completely and utterly vertical. So be patient, let things digest, see what happens, and go from there. Strong markets, I know people want to fade them. I know it. I know people want to fade strong markets. Okay? Just be careful. Just be careful. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna go be I'm gonna go be a dad now. Okay? That was it. That was it. Alpha, thanks for joining in. Alpha, man, you came right in. You're like, play it now. Good call. Give that swing a push for me, mate. Thanks, Chris. Love set match. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go. Love set match. You play pickleball in love set match, or is it strict tennis? You make fun of pickleball players, don't you? I know you do. Have a good day, Alpha. Have a good day, Sly. See ya, LJ. Moonraker. See you later. See ya, Tony. The ultimate prophet. David Hunter. See ya, Exotic. To the moon. Good job, everybody. Thanks, Datrock. 69 Conquer. Appreciate it. T-Rabbit. What's up, dude? You've been quiet in the chat. She's like, yes. Yes. That's too good. See you later, John. Thanks, Alpha. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate that, bud. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. Sorry if I missed your name, but thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that support. It is appreciated. I don't care if there's 10 viewers or 2,000 viewers. I appreciate being able to see all you guys in the comments come into view. That was fun. And I may not have a market brief out tonight, but I will try to get one out by Saturday and do a weekly recap of some sort, or just post some charts out on Twitter. Okay? It's pinned in the comments there, Alpha. I pinned the stuff there. See ya. I'm gonna mess up your name, Delaware. See ya, man. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry if I just butchered the name. I'm not good with reading. 69 Conquer, you're funny. Okay.